Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 24 updates and spoilers. Happy Wednesday. Our house guests of the day are Jackie Van Meter. Did I say that right? And Ron Harper. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so, so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. Woo! And before we get started, I also want to thank yesterday's super chatters because that's another fantastic way to support our channel. So, Norm the Cat, John S., Randall Westgard, Sean Davis, Haley Mill, Shane Wright, Carol Hamill, Angelica, and Mary Ellen Ludwig. Thank you all so much for your super chats. And oh my goodness, Jefferson, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. You are amazing. And Jefferson says, cuddles, snakes, and bears. Oh my. When he said that the snake was out of the cage this morning, Monty and Taylor at it again. Anyway, let's rewind. So when we left off yesterday, I'm frazzled. When we left off yesterday, Taylor and Alyssa are up on the block, right? Britney and Turner were both planning to honor Monty's wishes and keep Taylor. I said we'll get there. But Turner and Monty are planning on breaking it to Alyssa the night before the eviction that she's going. That would be tonight. So we'll see if that happens or not. But there have already been, a few slip-ups in front of Alyssa already. Yikes. And she gets upset whenever she hears one of those slip-ups. She says she just wants a shot to stay. She wants to have her campaign conversations with everyone and have like a fair shot at staying. So in other news, we saw Monty and Taylor make out hard yesterday morning. Not totally sure if they went any further than that or what. It definitely seems like they did. But they swore each other to secrecy. Isn't it like obvious though that like something's going on there with her now staying in Monty's room 2 nights in a row, just Taylor and Monty? It's a little sus. I think I would be suspicious of that. But anyway, the house guests slept until like 2 p.m. yesterday after staying up all night. Their sleep schedules are a disaster. So Alyssa checks in with Britney and lets her know, I went to bed around 5 a.m., but Monty, Taylor, and Turner were all up until 8 a.m. So Britney's like, why? She's really worried that there was gaming going on during that time. So Brittany's like, holy crap, like I was asleep for like 6 hours while everyone else was hanging out because Brittany went to bed at like 2 a.m. So Brittany starts crying in the shower and she's like, I just want to be done. So Alyssa's like, don't overthink it. Don't be done. And Brittany's like, there's just no way I can stay up till 8 a.m. The others are just waiting for me to lose a competition so they can get me out. So, I mean, there's not that much game left here to play, so what do you expect? But anyway, a little later, Brittany and Alyssa are chatting in the bathroom, and this was a long conversation. So let's just go through the highlights. Also, I just have to say, Brittany is not even on the block, and she is spiraling hardcore this week. Oh my goodness. You have the veto. You're safe. But anyway, Brittany says she feels like an effing idiot because of what Michael said on his way out. She's like, I have no clue what's happening in this house. All that info that came out last week really threw her for a loop. But that's all info that she put out there. She said those things to Turner, and then it went all around the house. So Brittany feels like now she has to win her way to the end. And Alyssa tells her, it doesn't have to be that way. You and I are both disposable to the others, but if we work together, we can make it to final 2 together. Can they? I don't know. But Alyssa says she just feels like a dead man walking at this point, and she's hoping that Brittany will give her a chance. So Brittany says, they've made it impossible for me to help you this week. I tried, I pitched to Monty. I got berated for 2.5 hours. This is the conversation where it was Taylor, Monty, and Brittany together in the HOH room, and Monty basically told Brittany that he doesn't trust her and the trust is broken and there's no repairing it. So Brittany says, my vote does not count this week. It doesn't matter how I vote. It's really up to Turner and Monty because If Turner and I are not on the same page, it's a tie, and then it comes down to what Monty wants. So Brittany says they even called me a mob boss because my gentle suggestion of what would be best for this week was called a threat. Her gentle suggestion? I mean, she did threaten that Monty would lose her and Taylor's jury votes if he didn't put Turner up as their replacement. I wouldn't call that a gentle suggestion, but okay. So Brittany says, sleepovers until 8 a.m. I'm just done. Oh my God. She doesn't even know about Monty and Taylor's hookup. If she knew that, oh, she would really be freaking out right now. So anyway, Alyssa's like, there's no possible way for me to help you out here. Like, we can work together if you just keep me. So Brittany again is saying it's not up to me. And Alyssa's like, but what if I do have Turner's vote? And then if you keep me, like, I get to stay. So Brittany says, make Turner choose. I'm done protecting other people and taking the heat for it. So Alyssa is trying to encourage Brittany, you can do this, hang in there, blah, blah, blah. But Brittany just keeps spiraling. So Alyssa's also campaigning in this conversation, seeing if she can use Brittany's spiraling to her advantage. So Alyssa tells Brittany, I can help you. You can beat me in competitions moving forward. You can beat me in the final two. But if you look at Monty, Taylor, and Turner, who all keep staying up until 8 a.m. together, keep pushing that, they would keep each other over you next week. They're not going to take you to the final three. But if I stay, I will owe you my game. I want to go to the end with you. So I just can't stop now that I've started. Brittany starts spilling some tea. She lets Alyssa know that she thinks Turner made a deal with Monty to stay off the block this week, and then in return, he's going to vote out Alyssa, which is in fact what happened. So Alyssa's like, no, I would be completely blindsided if Turner votes me out. He's not going to do that. She really doesn't think that he would do that. He would though. However, she does admit she's getting mixed messages from Turner because one second he'll be saying, oh, it's a good week to take out Taylor. Like, let's get this done. But then he'll be saying, you better hug me if you leave. So she's not really sure where she stands with Turner this week. She would love to get some confirmation from Turner on what he's doing with his vote. And she's thinking, you know what? I'm going to tell Turner if he doesn't keep me, then we're not going to be friends anymore outside of this house. Oh boy. Anyway, that will come up again. Brittany is telling Alyssa, look, I'm not locked in either way, especially if people are having slumber parties without me until 8 a.m. Not the slumber parties. Oh my God. But like, is she serious here about like considering keeping Alyssa this week? Like, what? So we will have an answer for that. But Brittany says, you're going to have to get Turner on board in order for this to work, in order for you to stay. Because Turner told me, not to tell you this, but that he is planning on breaking the news to you on Wednesday night that he's voting you out. So yeah, she's spilling more tea. Oh my God. Oh my God. Leads me to believe that Brittany is serious about trying to maybe keep Alyssa this week. So a little later, Brittany is talking to the cameras in the Jetsons' bedroom. And Brittany says, if you can't tell, I'm pissed and I'm done and I'm mad and I'm ready to go home, but I'm not giving up. Oh my God, girl, you are safe this week. Why are you doing this? Give it a rest. Give it a rest. You are destroying your own game. But Brittany says, I know I need to win moving forward. I have absolutely nothing to lose. So I'm not afraid to blow some shit up. So Brittany says there's a whole other side of me that no one in this house gets to see. It's what I do when my back is up against the wall. She says it's who I am when I have no one else, when I bet on myself. And she said, I'll be damned if anyone thinks that I'm going to go out without showing that side of myself first. You're not in danger right now. Stop. Don't do this. So she says she doesn't trust anyone in the house besides herself. She just wants to get to those final two chairs. So Brittany Also brings up again the slumber parties that are going on without her until 8 a.m. in the morning. She says, it's against the rules of BB. What she means is like you're supposed to be awake between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. And with people staying up until like 8 a.m., they're sleeping until like 2 p.m. So Brittany says that's against the rules of Big Brother. They were awake and partying for 6 hours without me. They were celebrating their final threeness. She's talking about Taylor, Monty, and Turner. She's feeling really left out of that group. And Brittany says, I'm just not sure that I can trust that Taylor still has my back to the end. Her actions are not matching up with her words. She didn't like how it played out this week that after Michael had his speech accusing Brittany of lying and making deals with everyone, Taylor was not talking to her. Then Brittany wins the power of veto and saves herself. All of a sudden, Taylor's talking to her again. Everybody's talking to her. But now Taylor hasn't been spending much time with Brittany, and that is making Brittany feel very nervous. That will come up again. Okay, so meanwhile, Alyssa checks in with Turner in the car bedroom, and we missed the beginning of this conversation, but when it comes in on them, Alyssa, of course, is teary. She's crying, and Alyssa's saying, I want to be here really badly. She says that she could see Monty trying to make a deal with Turner to keep Taylor this week. Yeah, you could see that because Brittany told you about it. But she says, of course, Monty's going to want to keep Taylor. Taylor would do anything for Monty. They're going to take each other to the end. No, that's not the plan, but okay. She says, I don't know if you and Monty have any kind of agreement, but again, I could totally see it. And she says, I think I would be more of a benefit for your personal game to keep around. So I know you're saying that you've got me and you're going to vote for me to stay, but I think that there is the chance that you could be persuaded. So she says, I know Monty means a lot to you in this game, so I get it. But Turner's like, okay, I'm glad you're telling me how you feel right now. I respect that. I could see why you would think that, but you have me on your side. You don't have to convert me here. You just need to convert one of two other people, Monty or Brittany. No, Turner is lying. Turner's lying. So Alyssa's like, do I really? And Turner says, yes, you really do. Only one other person. So Alyssa says, that means a lot to me. Thank you. Even if they do try to flip you, you still have my back. Like she's asking him over and over again. He's just like, yes. So Turner says, she doesn't have to worry. So Alyssa's like, okay, cool. I feel like I would have a better shot at getting Brittany's vote than getting Monty to break the tie in my favor, right? Because she feels like Monty and Taylor have a final two agreement. And Turner's like, I honestly don't know if they do. Who knows? So Alyssa's like, again, I would just hope that you won't betray me. You will have a better shot against me and Brittany in next week's HOH competition than against Taylor and Brittany. So again, Turner's saying, you don't have to pitch to me. I have pitched your case to Monty multiple times already this week. And Alyssa's like, again, thank you. I just hope that we're still friends after this. Yikes. So Turner's like, of course we're still friends after this. What? And Alyssa's like, everyone screws me over. So Turner asks, who has really screwed you over though this season besides like Kyle? Right? So Alyssa's like, maybe I'm just overthinking it. I mean, you're not. Turner is planning on voting you out. But anyway, after Turner chats with Monty in the HOH room and he's telling him about the conversation that he just had with Alyssa. And Turner describes it as a very emotional and upsetting conversation. He says it sucked a lot. So Turner says, Alyssa told me that if I vote her out, we're not going to be friends outside of this house. And that made me feel pretty shitty. So Monty's like, I'm sorry to hear that. And Monty says, Alyssa is a really good person. She's just fallen on tough circumstances. This is much different than Monty's reaction to Brittany trying to threaten him. Alyssa is just, she's a good person who's fallen on tough circumstances. But Brittany is like a freaking mob boss and like a terrible person, yada, yada, yada. different energy here. But anyway, Turner says, she also said this one thing, like, I don't believe this, but Alyssa did say that you and Taylor have a final two and that you would never take me to the end over Taylor. Again, like, I don't believe that's true. I don't even need to know like what the deal is, but like, in my head it's not true. Alyssa just doesn't have the full picture of what's going on. But like, is it true? So Monty says that he and Taylor never uttered those words. They never talked about final two together. And he says if we had a final two, Taylor wouldn't be up on the block right now, right? So Turner brings up he's also upset that Alyssa is saying that she would not vote for Turner to win in the end if he votes her out. So he's really not liking these ultimatums from Alyssa. He says it kind of pissed him off and honestly kind of makes him want to vote her out even more. Right? He already had promised Monty that he would do it. And now that Alyssa's acting this way, he's like, whatever. Anyway, they talk about targeting Britney next week, and they agree like she just can't win HOH or POV, and they'll be fine. They won't be completely fine though, because I'm pretty sure Taylor would still want to keep Britney around. So they would also have to hope that Taylor doesn't win the POV. But anyway, this is where things get really crazy. Brittany and Alyssa have a game chat in the golf bedroom. Things are getting weird. Brittany says, unless anything crazy happens, she will be voting to keep Alyssa this week. Oh my God. Why? What are you doing? It really just seems like because Alyssa is giving Brittany more attention than Taylor right now, Brittany wants to keep Alyssa around. So Brittany tells Alyssa, nobody can know that I'm going to vote for you to stay, not even Turner. This needs to be a blindside. So she says if Monty and Turner do end up getting rid of you, like there's a tie and Monty keeps Taylor, I'm going to deny my vote. I'm going to try and blame it on Turner. This is too much. And she's saying, like, hopefully, maybe Taylor will believe me that I voted for her to stay, even though she's not. So she says, that's one scenario. But if Turner is gonna vote to keep you, like he's telling you, then it'll be 2-0 with Taylor leaving. Yeah, Taylor will be pissed at me. Maybe she's not gonna be too happy with me in the jury, but it could be good for us. And Monty and Turner would be left reeling after that. She says Monty is probably not going to be happy, but Turner, even though we would have blindsided him, he'd be happy that you'd still be here. So Alyssa's like, so what do I do? Like, do I tell Turner that I think I have your vote? What do I do? She just said no. But anyway, Brittany's like, no. Don't tell Turner because if he catches wind of this plan, it's going to tip them off and he is not going to vote for you to stay. Like, if he has any idea that I could be voting for you to stay, he's not going to do it. So Alyssa is pushing to Brittany. Taylor is locked in with the guys. She wants to go to the end with Monty. Not really. But Brittany's like, there's just no way for me to get back in with those guys. They're so close to Taylor. They don't trust me anymore. So Brittany tells Alyssa, I believe you more than Taylor right now. She calls Taylor flippy floppy. She's listing all of the final 3 alliances that Taylor was a part of. They had something with Michael, Monty, Alyssa. But like Brittany was also a part of all those final 3s. So I don't know how she can justify calling Taylor flippy floppy when she was a part of all those same alliances and has done the same thing. But anyway, yeah, Brittany is saying she doesn't trust Taylor at this point. And she feels like also she and Alyssa would be evenly matched in the final 2 against each other. Can you imagine Brittany and Alyssa in the final 2? Oh my God. So, yeah. Anyway, Alyssa says, we have to make sure that Taylor, Turner, Monty, they all feel really comfortable. We have to make them think that you are voting me out, right? And then maybe they can make Monty comfortable enough to agree that Turner should give Alyssa a sympathy vote. Oh my god. Not this, not the sympathy vote ploy. Oh my god. So yeah, they want to try and convince Turner to give Alyssa a sympathy vote, and then Brittany would also be voting for Alyssa to stay, and then what do you know? It's 2-0 and Alyssa's still here. Do you honestly think this is gonna happen? I think it's a long shot, but anyway, they discuss then going to the final three with Turner because they think they can beat him in the final HOH competitions because he hasn't been studying his days as much. And they think they would be able to beat him in the endurance part of it as well. So they feel like they have a real shot at making this happen and keeping Alyssa this week. Oh my God. Honestly, it's nice to at least see Alyssa playing this game for once. At least she's trying to stay. But Brittany is like a freaking mess for going for this. Anyway, so Alyssa then works on putting this plan into play. She is talking to Monty in the HOH room, and Alyssa's like, yeah, I feel pretty good about Turner. I think I have a decent shot at getting his vote, right? We're such good friends, blah, blah, blah. And then she says, I also talked to Brittany, and Brittany is telling me that she's undecided, but we've heard that in this game before, right? And that usually means no. So Alyssa says, I'm not banking on Brittany's vote because she's been so close to Taylor this whole time. So Alyssa says my best case scenario would be for a tie this week, and then hopefully Monty, you would keep me here. I know that you're close with Taylor, so no pressure there, but I'm hoping that you would consider both options. And Monty says he is open-minded, so he will consider it. He wants Alyssa out. But anyway, yeah, so Alyssa again is trying to make it seem like she doesn't have Brittany's vote and maybe she'll have Turner's, she wants Monty to feel pretty confident that Alyssa will be going this week. Okay. Anyway, nothing else too crazy going on for the rest of the night. Aside from Monty and Taylor hooking up again. Oh my god. I just was not expecting this. It really is giving Tiffany and Kylan from last season. It feels very reminiscent of that situation. But I feel like they're getting really bold. Now that this is happening 2 nights in a row, Taylor is sleeping up in the HOH room with Monty, just the two of them. And like, are people not picking up on this? I feel like they would, right? Wouldn't they be kind of suspicious about it? I think they're getting a little too comfortable here. But today, nothing much of interest happening yet. We'll see what happens with Alyssa and Brittany's plan. Are they going to try and get that sympathy vote from Turner or what? Also, Turner and Monty were planning on telling Alyssa tonight that she's going to be leaving. So are they going to do that? We've got the eviction tomorrow. I think Alyssa's still going to go, even with this plan that her and Brittany are trying to put together. I just don't see Turner voting to keep Alyssa. And I think if it is a tie vote, Monty sends Alyssa out as planned. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Definitely keeping it interesting in these last few weeks. So thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank today's super chatters. Oh, right on cue. Yes, Bowie. It's wet. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but let's thank the super chatters.
I didn't get a chance to write in the last.
Okay.
What?
So, Jefferson Tucker, thank you again so much. You are so generous, and we appreciate it so much. Vincent Campos, thank you so much. And Vincent says, I really hope Brittany can work some magic next HOH. Yeah, it would be interesting to see Brittany win either HOH or veto next week for sure. Norm the Cat, thank you so much for the super chat as always. Arjun writes, thank you so much. And Arjun asks, what's the best strategy for the first week in the house? Win HOH, avoid HOH, make an alliance, join an alliance, or just lay low? I feel like it's good the first week to talk to everybody, right? You want to establish some sort of social connections with everybody, even if you're not quite talking game with everyone yet. I think just establishing some sort of a relationship. I personally would not want to be the first week HOH, but I do see how that could be a good strategy because you're getting pulled into alliances and stuff. I think one of the best strategies is just to like figure out who you're working with, right? And not who you're working with, who you're sharing this house with, because you see these alliances form week one all the time that just fall apart because these people don't know who each other are yet. And then it's a disaster, right? So I would say just getting to know people would be
Getting
a good way to start. Yeah, and not making any waves.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not the most exciting strategy, but I think that that's, important. Angela H, thank you so much. Jody Cortez, thank you so much. And he says, BB hookup house. What the heck? These people are getting lonely. But it does seem like there's some sort of a connection between Taylor and Monty, I have to say. It's not like it's just random. I think they're a cute couple too, if they do end up dating.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. Shane Wright, thank you so much for the super chat. Camila Gamba, thank you so much for the super chat.
I didn't write
Oh,
that.
okay.
That's the
No
one.
worries. Camila says, hey, Maddie. Hey. Much love from the hubby Billy and I. Hey, guys. By the way, I'm so here for Taylor and Monty. Right? It's a fun duo.
Yeah.
As much as I felt bad for Joseph, I'm kind of really digging Monty and Taylor together.
Is this the couple of the season?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Against Alyssa and Kyle.
Does it have legs?
I think it could. I think they could work maybe outside of the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see what happens. Melissa Cannon, thank you so much. Mary Ellen Ludwig, thank you so much. And Christine, thank you so much for the super chat. Excuse me. Christine says, Taylor better not be going out the door. It is time for Alyssa to go be with Kyle. I know, right? It's going to be nuts if Alyssa does manage to squeak by another week. I would say if she does make it, this time it's actually because of something she did. It's not just other people making moves for her. Like, she is putting in the work right now, and it would be impressive if she could pull this off, but I don't see it happening at this point.
Outside of the house, will Alyssa and Kyle go on the Hullabaloo tour?
What's up?
It's made up. I think they will screw around for a little
You think
bit.
they're gonna ride the social media wave?
Yes.
I could see that. I hope not, but I could see it. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Tonight we have an episode recap, so that should be fun. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about what's happening, and until later, and then tomorrow for the next spoiler. Much love. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye.
Prepare.